Hello everybody, it's Bourbon Bill, and tonight, a very special episode. We're diving into the 10th version of a very usually mediocre bourbon. That's right, it's Blood Oath Pact number 10. Oh, I bet you're as excited as I am for this one. So big shout out to my buddy Ken Wicker who sent me a sample of this. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate you, sir. To try it because I was not going to spend the 130 doll hairs to get this bottle. That's right. In 2024, MSRP is 130 doll hairs for Blood Oath Pact 10. You might say, well, I'll put some pictures up. Pact 10, is it still, you're right, it's still 98.6 proof, compute 49.3% alcohol by volume. It's still, the same proof as the human body's blood's temperature. There it is, Blood Oath Pact 10. Look, did I like Pact 9? Sure, it was alright. Thought it was overpriced then. Is Pact 10 here to change my mind? I don't know. Few oddball things about Pact 10. It's finishing Cabernet Franc and Merlot barrels this year. I think one thing oddly enough that they did this year, they didn't tell you how old the bourbons were that went into them. Normally they'll tell you like, oh, we mixed a 17-year with like a 7-year that was finished and something. So this is a blend of like 3, right? Because there's one non-finish and then 2 finished bourbons, all bourbons. So one was finished in the Cab Franc, one was finished in the Merlot, and one was unfinished. And generally that unfinished one's a little bit older, to add some little bit of zest and to help justify the price. I was hoping they'd do like a fever edition, raise the proof on it for once for their 10th anniversary, but they failed miserably to do that. Lux Row, you screwed up. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. The only thing special we get for the 10th anniversary is just a double finish, the Merlot and the Cab Franc, versus normally just a single finishing barrel, if you will. But what you came here to find out tonight, is it worth the coin? How does it taste? Color? Fairly light, but you'd expect that at only 98.6 proof. Let's give it a nosing. I really haven't had I haven't had red wine finished stuff in a hot minute since the old Prisoner from Bardstown way back, a couple years back. All right, let's give it a nosy. All right, she came to play. I'm getting like some cherry, strawberry, like dusty jam notes here coming on. It's kind of like a stale jam, not fresh. A little bit staleness to it. There's a little bit of oak here, touch of leather. Good dose of caramel, but the star of the show is really that cherry, strawberry, covering up a little bit of oak. Overall, the nose is pretty pleasant. Let's give it a sip. All right. It ain't bad. It starts out with a little bit of that sweet cherry, strawberry fruit note, caramel, and then it leans into like the oak and leather on the end. And a lot of like white pepper. It gets a little peppery on the finish. But, 130 doll hairs, it's not here. It's just not here for that kind of price. This is like a good 65, 70 doll hair maybe. I think it's on the better side because it blends. Well, this is on the better side of most of the packs, unfortunately, because it blends, that fruit with a little bit of leather oak. And then even the pepper at the end. It's a little disjointed though, right? It's not a smooth roller coaster of flavor. It's a little bit like, oh, there's something. Oh, there's something else. It's a little bit like it's got ADHD, It's just, that's how the palate comes across. A little disjointed. I think the whiskey itself's pretty good. Bourbon Bill's rating, flat C. The price is terrible. I really... If you gotta have the Blood Oaths, this ain't a bad one. I wouldn't spend the cash. 130, it's got the ingredients to be great, but doesn't quite get there. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's good. I think if you buy it and you want to feel justified in spending 130, you're not going to hate it, right? It's got the fruit, it's got the caramel, it's got the oak, it's got the pepper thing going on. But it's not. I mean, it's not $130 hair bourbon. Okay, that's the bottom line. Now, what can we compare it against? Chattanooga White Port finish. So this is a finished bourbon. So's Pack 10. Pack 10 is 98.6 proof. This is 95 proof. Compute 47.5% alcohol by volume. Price on this bad boy about $60 hairs. Less than half. We'll put it here in the mini. Now, can we just take a second to appreciate how much darker the Chattanooga is than our pal Pack 10, which doesn't give us any finishing timelines, no mixture. I mean, they really are not bringing any transparency for $130 hairs. Whereas Chattanooga here is. It tells you exactly the age, how long it was finished, which is greater than 2 years, and age is greater than 5, so it's pretty old. Tells you it's finished in Duro Valley White Port barrels. I mean, they're giving you all the info, whereas Pack 10 by Lux Row is giving you nothing. And demanding more than twice the doll hairs. Alright, the white port right here on the nose. Wow, just this delicious juicy fruit, peach explosion of fruits and caramel. Oh, it's way fruitier. Way fruitier. Back to back though, the Pack 10 does have a lot more oak. I'm just going to say that, and I'm an oak fan. Alright, Chattanooga down the hatch. Oh my god, I forgot how good the... Dang, that Chattanooga is good. Alright, the Chattanooga is not as old, right? Way more viscous on the mouthfeel. Richer flavor, way more put together, right? You get the juicy fruit, the peaches, the caramel. It's just all there, nicely put together, nice and thick, long-lasting finish. Back to the Blood Oath. Yeah, I gotta say that this is better. And look, trust me, I love oak. There's more oak on the Pack 10. The palate is just so disjointed with like, it doesn't tell a story, right? It skips pages. It skips pages in the story. Man, oh day. Lux Row, you better wake the hell up because you're not doing well. Yeah, this beats it. Now I know it's not the same finishing cask. Okay, relax. But I wouldn't leave you there. One final comparison just for you. The only other finished bourbon I own. Oh, it's the Sealbox Bull Run 10-year cognac finished bourbon. So again, not Cabernet Franc and Merlot, but cognac. Okay, this one here was $100 hairs a bottle. Still cheaper than the Pack 10. This was 109.22 proof, compute 54.61% alcohol by volume. So the proof's up there, and we get a big fat age 10 years on here. Just a nice 10-year age statement. Oh, and this is, by the way, this is 10-year MGP finished in cognac. Oh, pop goes the weasel on that. We'll also pour it into another mini here. Man, color, a tad darker, just a little bit though. A little bit darker than the Blood Oath 10. Still cheaper, real age statement on it. Where it's distilled from, MGP. Don't have that transparency. Lux Row just misses out on it, doesn't tell you. Alright. The Sealbox Bull Run 10-year cognac finish on the nose. Oh, God. So much fruit. This is very berry. It's got the oak on there. A little bit of tobacco in this one even. Gotta say, these noses are more similar than obviously the white port and the Pac-10. The Bull Run is a little bit sweeter. It's got like this, waft scent of tobacco leaf in there. It's got the oak, it's got the caramels, and it's got this like fruit note on top. It's much more peaches, even like blueberry versus the cherry and strawberry of the Pac-10 though. All right, Bull Run down the hatch. Oh, so good too. Oh, it's better. I mean, wow. Okay, so the fruit comes first up front. Caramel and tobacco dial in. Then the finish, there comes the oak and a little bit more tobacco in the finish. Nice long finish. Better viscosity, although the proof's a lot higher. So it's just so well balanced, and the flavors integrate, transition, integrate, transition. This Pac-10 just, there's no transition in the flavor. Just bam, bam, bam. It's just so spiky. So, if you're a fan of the Blood Oath, should you pick this one up? I actually think this is one of the better ones, to be honest with you, of the past couple of years. But it's not worth MSRP. Do not overpay. Do not, don't overpay a penny over MSRP, I'll tell you that. It's not worth MSRP. I mean, look, I know Pac-10's limited, comes in that fun wooden box, but this was limited, cheaper, better. This was also kind of limited, less than half the price, also better. So I just, gosh, if you want to finish bourbon, I don't know that Pac-10 is it for you. If you're a Blood Oath collector, sure, it's not a bad one, but the price sucks and it's not worth its MSRP, and that's the bottom line. So if you like what you saw tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Have a good evening, everybody.